the YouTube family. What's going on, people? How y'all day been? Taking y'all on another walk. I said, well, I can kill two birds with one stone. Since I was already gonna be walking after I ate, and I gotta jump on here, I said, well, let me go ahead and walk and jump on here. How y'all been though? How was y'all weekend? What's the day? Monday? Yeah, this month over with. It's Monday. This month is officially over with, y'all. We pretty much into October. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about going into our last quarter of the year? Y'all feel like y'all done hit a productive year? Or y'all feel like y'all could have done better? I think everybody always feel like they could have done better. But some people be really slacking. It's the people who feel like they could have done better, and then it's the people who say they could have done better, but they ain't even put in no type of work. So I always know I could have done better, and I give it my all, y'all. But yeah, what's up with y'all? Raphael, what up, though? Just going for a walk. I figure I'd jump on a live, Raphael, and take my walk all at the same time. See what my supporters talking about. Just like I motivate y'all, y'all motivate me. So just taking a walk. Got the squirrels, nature. Some people be feeding the geese and some of the birds around here, but you don't supposed to. But you know, people do what they gonna do. Yeah, this is just so peaceful. And as y'all can see, they got baseball games. They got, I guess actually the other team already here. So both of them practicing. And then they got something over here. I don't know if they waiting to play, but they probably just practicing over here. Them over here, they practicing, plus the other team practicing too. Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. I'm gonna show y'all this one part that they opened up. It's kind of opened up like this, because it was a bunch of trees, but it's around like this part up here. Y'all see it. But Raphael, everything, let me see. Year was productive for sure. Let me see what I got. 20% on my phone. I made sure I charged this up enough for me to better get a walk in, kick it on the live. Here to go into work today. Some people calling off because they don't want it. Yeah. And then the thing about it, they call off and then they be pissed off that they check short all at the same time. Make it make sense. I don't think nobody technically want to go to work. I mean, I don't even be wanting to work, like, but it's the thing you got to do. So I don't even get in the head space of, oh, I got to go to work. I got to do this. I just go put in my work, make the best of it. And next thing you know, I'm off. That's the best thing to do. Otherwise, life would be pure hell thinking about the downside of I'm sleepy too. I'm tired too. Yep, but make it make sense. Yep. So yeah, y'all. So you know, my workout's been going pretty good. I hope y'all workout's been going pretty good. Y'all can ask me whatever questions y'all want while we on this live, in case y'all need something that need to be tweaked. Most of the tweaks is gonna be real simple. All of them actually, and not most. All of the tweaks is gonna be simple because it's gonna boil down to nutrition, form, exercise, reps, whether it's lightweight, medium, heavy, like simple stuff. Yep, I'll say if it's working for you, no need to tweak it. If it's not working, tweak it. What's on the menu for today, Raphael? What you eating today? All right, so this is the part that they opened up. Then this part was covered. I'm about to show y'all. So you see how it's a bunch of trees right here, right? Now, this part right here was like that, but as y'all see, they open it up to where the people that's sitting over there picnicking, or maybe they doing a romantic picnic, or maybe they just here just to, kick it, get a peace of mind. But they made it to where they can see all of this stuff over here. As y'all can see, they playing tennis over here, but they made it to where they can see everything past where the bushes was at. Plus, the people that's walking by can see here. So it's a game changer. They open all this up, because this was trees. Y'all see this whole gap they done opened up. And then look at this. It's a whole gap right here. Now all this was trees. And they opened it up. I'm glad they did, because now you really can see what's going on. Because at first you had to come from that way. It's a little bridge thing. You had to come over that little bridge thing and then come up in here just to kind of see more of this. Otherwise, when you walk past, this is what you saw. Like you saw this, and he had to kind of like see through it to see the water and the ducks and whatever. The ducks really don't be over by this part too much. It's mainly that other part over there, but y'all know what I'm saying. But look how peaceful this is. I done been back here before. I had a chick back here, and we was eating and all that type of stuff. That was, I don't know, a few years ago, but y'all best believe I done definitely got familiar with this part. So, and they just redone all of this whole tennis park. Eventually I'm gonna get it in with some tennis, but they just redone this. They built the gates to separate it. Maybe the ball was going all over into the other people's area, because the first they ain't had the fences. So they got these two people playing, but then it's a long gate that blocked the ball, because I'm guessing the ball is probably just flying everywhere. So they tighten that up. So yeah. Yep. Let me see. You don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. Yeah, that's why I just get to it. I don't be complaining about shit. I just get to it, because I already know ain't nobody gonna feed me like I'm gonna feed myself. Only thing the next person can do is add on to what I already got going on. That's all they can do. Other than that, I just get up and get to it. When I'm off this camera, I'm running businesses and all other types of stuff, y'all. So either way it go, it's work. Yep. So Raphael, your protein intake been up pretty good? You ain't got no problem getting your daily protein amount? Because the calories will be easy to get, but you don't got no problem getting your daily amount of protein, do you? Because if so, you need to boil it down to about 3 meals and wash, rinse, and repeat them. And then you can always throw in some other stuff just to switch it up if you got a problem with getting your daily protein intake. That's the hardest part for everybody to get in, is they daily protein intake. The calories will be easy. I mean, you can easily get that plus go past it. The carbs is no problem. You can easily get that plus go past it. The healthy fat, you can easily get that plus go past it. But the average person usually don't get their daily protein intake in, let alone going past it. You rather have too much protein than way too less. Grilled, let me see, you grilled turkey on the menu for dinner. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, sweet, I'll try that. Thanks for, yeah, man, you got to make sure you're getting that daily protein in. The more protein, the more muscle you're going to put on, and the more fat you're going to burn. The more protein, the more you hold on to the gains that you got, the muscle that you got. You can up your protein, Raphael, to 1 gram per pound, and then go in a caloric deficit, and you will keep all of your muscle, but you will burn all of the fat. If you go into a caloric deficit of like 300 to 500 calories, somewhere around there. You'll keep all your muscle. So that cut, you ain't gonna be losing no muscle. You'll be losing straight fat. Yep. So if I wanted to just lose some body fat, I'll lift, because that's gonna help burn it. The more muscle go up, the more the fat gonna go down. But if I really wanted to do it, I'll lift for the muscle to keep going up, but I'll put myself in like a 300, probably for me, probably like a 300 caloric deficit. That's enough, because mostly what I do, I'm gonna be burning calories anyway, so I don't really need nothing extensive like that. So, but if I wanted to, I'm gonna be sticking to a gram of protein per pound of body weight. I'm gonna keep lifting mid to heavy weight, progressive overload, but I'm gonna go into a caloric deficit of 3 to 500 calories. And the reason why I say 3 to 5, because depending on what a person's calorie intake is, they might be able to do 500. But if your daily calories is already kind of like just enough, because the average adult need about, 12 to 1500 calories on a daily without them not doing nothing. So sitting still, your body breathing, your eyes blinking, that's burning calories. Your heart to function, your lungs and blood circulate, that uses 12 to 1500 calories. So a person don't need to be eating less than 12 to 15, depending on if it's a woman or man. I think it's 12 for a woman, 15 for a man. But either way it go, they might not have room for 500. Because if they just eating that, just say 1500 calories, right? And then they go on a caloric deficit for 500. Now they only eating 1,000 calories. They only getting 1,000 calories in daily. They ain't got room for it. So that's why I say 3 to 5, because if they doing 15 and then they do 3, well, they at 12. So they got room. But we don't want to be starving ourselves, but that's what I would do. Yep, that's what I would do. Some people need to go on the cut. They thinking they gonna lose the muscle. You ain't gonna lose the muscle. Whatever size you lose, it's gonna be fat. It's just that you gotta make sure that you lock and load on the gram of protein per body weight, and make sure you stay lifting your medium to heavy weight, even if it's progressive overload involved. Because with the cut, it's designed to burn only fat, because you in a caloric deficit. But if you ain't getting that protein right, you're gonna be losing some muscle with it. So at a minimum, it's a gram of protein per body weight. The minimum. That's if you want it to be right. And then, everything else will just fall in place. Yep. That's the quickest way for you to lose fat. Everything is simple. It just takes discipline to do. Everything is simple. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. You just got to put in the work. Yep. Got to put in the work. You got to work out like your life depends on it. That just means go as hard as you possibly can. If something is messing with you and feeling like it's about to break, you don't need to keep going doing that same set or those reps. We just talk about going as hard as you can. If something don't feel right, do something else. I was about to go that way. I think I'm gonna just keep straight. If something don't feel right, do something else. I've been working out forever, y'all. Ask me whatever y'all want while I'm on this live. Because I'm telling y'all, like, some of y'all is a tweak away from y'all gains. Tweak away from y'all gains. If it's fat that you're trying to lose and you've been lifting, medium, heavy weight, progressive overload, you've been getting your protein in, and something don't seem right, more than likely, you probably need to go on a cut to lose that fat. Need to go on a caloric deficit. Need to go on a caloric deficit. If you haven't tried it, that's your tweak. But still live heavy. You still gonna get those gains, and the gains still gonna be coming. It's just that you just gotta go on a caloric deficit, to get rid of that fat. And you stay on that caloric deficit until you satisfied with your gains. And then once those gains get to what you satisfied with, because like I say, the more the stomach area and the love handles is in, the bigger everything else is gonna look. You got guys out here 160 and 170 looking bigger than what they are. And it's all because the midsection ain't there. The six pack, it ain't no midsection there. So everything stand out. They pretty much a muscle walking machine. Walking muscle. Got 11%. I charge this phone just enough. Yeah. So make sure y'all make those tweaks. And like I say, you go in a caloric deficit, you're not gonna lose no muscle. Trust me. You just gotta make sure you keep lifting and pushing what you pushing, and that's gonna help you burn even more of those fat calories up. But you gotta keep that protein at 1 gram per pound minimum to keep your muscle that you get. Yep. Because if you don't do a caloric deficit, what most people usually do, if they ain't doing that, they just walk more and do more cardio, which is the same thing because you're getting rid of those extra calories. So it's either you do more cardio and that's gonna put you in a deficit, or you get rid of excess calories and that's gonna put you in the deficit. So when you go in that caloric deficit, that's you kind of getting rid of a meal or half a meal because you got to shrink the calories down. You can't eat as much as you was eating calorie wise. Yep. If I had fat on me that I was trying to lose, y'all, I would go into a 300 to 500 calorie deficit, depending on what I'm already doing on a regular. And I will lift medium, heavy, progressive overload to keep my strength and muscle. And I would do 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Simple, effective, it works. You're not gonna lose muscle. All the muscle will stay. Actually, you're gonna look even bigger because your muscles gonna have more cut on it, and the fat that was around it is gonna expose the muscle because the fat around it is no longer there. And these type of gains can happen, y'all, like 30, 60, 90 days. Have a whole body transformation. Yep. Anybody else need help on this live with anything? Told y'all my answer is gonna always be simple when it comes to exercise, training, nutrition, because that's what it is. It's simple. What's difficult about it? Only thing that's difficult about it, y'all, when y'all think about it, is discipline. Doing it consistently. Doing it when you don't feel like it. Getting your meals even better and more healthier as weeks, months, and years go by. That takes work. That takes discipline. Figuring out what you want. Figuring out what you want to mix with what on your plate, nutrition-wise. And once you get everything in place, it's wash, rinse, and repeat, y'all. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Yep. I feel pretty good getting this walk in. Not too much of a sweat because I already got it in at the gym earlier. So just walking, burning some fat now. Actually, how long I've been on this live? 19 minutes. I haven't even entered fat burn mode yet. I've been on this live 19 minutes, so just say 20 minutes. In 10 minutes, that'll be all the extra glucose in my bloodstream that I done burnt out, which is 30 minutes. So at 31 minutes, I'll be in fat burn mode. So I'm gonna walk for 45 minutes. That way I got 15 minutes of fat burn mode, and I'm gonna be in fat burn mode the whole time I'm asleep because I'm done eating my last meal for the day. And look what time it is. And I won't eat my next meal until tomorrow about 12 or 2 p.m. All that time, I'm gonna be burning fat. And then once I eat, I shock my system with a little insulin spike. And then once I do that, I'm gonna walk a little bit and get that extra glucose out my bloodstream so I can get back to fat burner mode as quick as possible. This is the system, y'all. This is the system I teach. This is the system that I want y'all to be on. Every time we eat, we spike our insulin level. So we running off sugar. The whole point is to get your system back to running off fat as soon as possible. So what's the best thing you can do? Be active. Whether you eat at work and you back on off your break and you moving around, so that'll get the extra glucose out your bloodstream like that, or you eating and you off work and then you do something like this, which is walking for 30 minutes or more. That's the formula. Wash, rinse, and repeat it. Write it down, study it. That's the formula for y'all to get the extra glucose out your bloodstream and get your system to running off fat immediately. That's it, y'all, right there. It's the best system I ever been on in my whole life. Simple, effective. I love just being out. It's active, as y'all can see. It's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of stuff going on, y'all. Bunch of stuff going on. Bunch of stuff going on. So, yeah. So just getting it in, just making sure y'all know and understand this system that I'm showing y'all. It works. It works. You don't want to be eating all day long every time you look around, because it's going to send your system to running off sugar again. So that's sending you into reverse as far as your gains. Your system got to work harder every time you eat. So when you eat, really eat and be done with it. Don't just keep on nitpicking and eating all throughout the day, chips, cookies, piece of chicken, and no, eat and then maybe eat again. If 3 times a day is eating, if that's your thing, well, do that. But just know every time you eat, it's going to spike your insulin level. So that's going to send you into reverse. So the least times you eat, the least times your insulin level gets spiked. So that means your system can go longer or get back to running off fat quicker. Y'all can look this stuff up. Look this stuff up. Y'all know we grew up eating chips and McDonald's, eating whenever we wanted. All that time, we were spiking our insulin, y'all. Every time. Hot Cheetos, cookies, Subway, French fries, some Skittles, some Mike and Ike's. Every single time. We probably eating 10, 12 times a day when we was little. Because don't forget, we was eating a lot of snacks. Probably 2 meals, one at school, well, breakfast at the house or at school. Then we eat our lunch at school, then we eat again. So we was eating 2, 3 times easy. But all those snacks, y'all, chips right now, cookies once we get on the game system, we done spiked our insulin 6, 7 times every single day. We chill out, run around the house with our brother and sister, go over our boy house. They got chips and cookies, 9 later, spiked it again. But it's not too late. It's not too late, y'all. The whole point is to keep your system running off fat as much as possible. And once you spike it to where it starts running off sugar, you get it back to running off fat as quick as possible. Any questions? I just want y'all to be great. We all on a mission. I just want y'all to be great. Any questions before I get off this live, y'all? It's your boy, D Weezy. We out. If y'all know anybody that want to be part of a positive community of people that's going forward and up and not down and backwards, make sure y'all share this live. because we all about growth. I'll catch y'all on the next one. We out.